Hello everyone, we're back with a brand new game. This Let's Play will be Celestial Return, which is a game I played for my demo Sundays. The demo I really liked. I want to say for the demo, I didn't save. I didn't realize I had to manually save. But I liked it so much before that point, I was like, okay, I'm getting it. So without further ado, we're going right into it. New game. Wait, what? Oh, these are locked. Return book 1. Chasing smoke. It was supposed to be an easy job. A few questions, a clean report, done. But in this city, nothing comes free. Howard chases shadows and dead ends, and the deeper he digs, the clearer it becomes. Some doors are locked for a reason. I don't really think it matters. Let's just do this one. Authority. Before we begin, understand this. Your choices matter. Their consequences are real and they leave marks on the story, on the people in it, and eventually on you. Authority. I respect those choices to a point, but I have spent an eternity writing this. So occasionally I'll need things to go a certain way. Try not to take it personally. I do it to everyone. All right, I can't keep this serious voice up any longer. Trust the rails, and I promise you a hell of a ride. You ready? Pick up your dice. I've been waiting way too long for this. Way too long. Book 1. Blood. Okay. Every story starts somewhere. This one starts 6 floors beneath the daylight, and with the grinding whispers of an old elevator heading nowhere good. Quest log, insights, boost, inventory archive. Fluorescent light bleaches the cramped metal box. The air tastes like wet concrete. Howard leans against the shuddering wall, cigarette dangling from chapped lips. His knuckles drags beneath his left eye. Again, like scratching at something that never quite healed. Let's look at all of this. Quest log. Ooh. Nothing. Insights. Perception. Intelligence. Foolishness. Anger issues. Virtue. Secret insights we don't have yet. Perception, the ability to perceive and interpret environmental stimuli. Intelligence, an intellectual being who understands its surroundings and can make correct decisions. Foolishness, irrational and erratic thinking, leading to impulsive and often comedic decisions. Virtue, a character trait that is morally correct and acts with good intention. Anger issues, uncontrolled outbursts of anger and excessive inconsistency, including anger problems affecting the thought process. Who's? Oh yeah, this is the basically like the inventory, the equipped inventory. Neural archives. Manufacturer New Genesis. The architect of your potential. The undisputed titan of the tech industry, the powerhouse behind almost every legal boost on the market. In Netherveil, to upgrade is to agree to the terms. So Netherveil is the world. All right. Neural archive. Well, one hit slot. A brain-linked archives for real-time memory control logs whatever you see or hear. Every detail becomes a permanent searchable file for investigators and liars with poor memories. Hold on. One headshot. Wait, augment. What? Okay, so 3 heads, 2 eyes. That makes sense. And whatever this is. Approval. Your skull starter kit. The required groundwork for any boost. No approval means no augments. Everything else just fries your nerves. Get this first or you get nothing at all. Eye spectral sight. A classified PID only ocular rig that tunes the retina to detect abstracts. Illegal for civilians, dangerous for everyone. Okay. Abstract. Three, four, 10 dice. OPID badge. Howard's gun. A flashlight, nether cigarettes, hell matches, cold mic, and a Daily Rockers newspaper. A glimpse into Howard's past. This issue captures the wild chaos of a concert he played with his old band, a time when the stage was his battlefield. Interesting. Memo, if we haven't brawled with the drummer and split up, maybe I'll still be rocking out instead of chasing down freaks. Brawled with the drummer? Okay. Alright. No. Flick the ash. Watch it fall through the cage floor. The ember drifts into the dark like it's got somewhere better to be. Howard tracks it until it vanishes. Around him, PID troopers stand tense. Faces hidden behind visors. Fingers locked stiff around their rifles. Neural archives. Sync complete the PID. Detective Howard. Once a musician, a soldier, and PID agent, now a paranormal anatomy detective. Intelligent yet grappling with anger issues, sometimes surprisingly foolish, but always ready for trouble. He spends most of his night at the Crow Jazz Bar, despite repeatedly failing to charm the bartender. His much trusted Finn is a talking rose. We'll get to that later. Okay, detective. Well, this is a backstory, I'm guessing. Well, I think we know this from the demo. So this is when we were a PID agent. The PID, the Paranormal Investigation Division. It's a specialized state agency established to investigate, contain, and neutralize abstracts. It was formed when the initial manifestations overwhelmed conventional police and military forces, also a place where Howard once served. One of the troopers checked his environmental sensors for the 5th time. Howard had stopped learning rookie names years ago. Most of them were dead before he memorized them. For now, this one was Trooper FNG. Okay. Sir, I don't. The readings keep resetting. It's there, then gone. Then it's somewhere else. What if there's more than one down there? What if it's a whole pack? Welcome to abstract hunting. This is supposed to be normal? The sensor going crazy like that? Huh. It's not broken if that's what you're asking. But if that's what you're asking, they don't occupy space like we do. That's cool. Abstract. I think I remember this from the. I do. I remember this from the demo. Anomaly. Oh my God. Anomalous entities that blur the boundaries between imagination and objective reality, often appearing as manifested concepts or localized disruptions of physical law. They can spontaneously appear elsewhere, defying conventional scientific explanation. Their arrival sparked global fear and led to the formation of the PID. Somewhere far below, a gunshot cracks, faint, then another. The sound spirals up the shaft like a warning. Carry. I do a manual save, but that's that. I don't know. Alpha's gone dark. Abstract activity confirmed. Assume the worst and proceed with containment. Comms. Every few seconds, the floor counter ticks down. We're at level 15. A burst of automatic fire erupts below. 16. Trooper FNG. Checks his sensor again. His hand is shaking now. 17. Howard. Status. Level 18, no contact. Delta Squad report. Containment failed. It's moving through between the... Ah! Why is it protecting them? What the hell is... The line dies. Howard exhales a slow breath. Delta, respond. The elevators keep sinking. 23. That's 2 squads down. 24, 25. Scorched Earth unit is moving in. 26. Gamma, your objective has changed. Containment is no longer a priority. So we're... Okay, Team Gamma. Copy that. Elimination authorized. No access recovery. No exceptions. Burn everything. Kiri's voice shatters throughout the earpiece. A raw, uncontrolled rage. Howard's never heard. She doesn't lose control until now. This should matter. What if before the meds? Now oh wow, he's taking pills. That does his senses? Not the pills, it all. The fear, the instincts, the ghost in his head. He wonders sometimes if he still needs them, especially on days like this. Then the familiar numbness whispers back. Alive is enough. The elevator jolts to a halt. The heavy steel doors screech open. A wave of stench flood in. Coppery blood, wet soil, and... roses? It smells like a summer garden, a honeyed, sun-warmed sweetness that cuts through the slaughterhouse reek. Backup's here. Howard steps out, rifle up. The squad follows close behind. His flashlight spears the darkness, illuminating a graveyard of corporate sin. Desks, toppled chairs, shattered monitors, keyboards buried beneath avalanches of paperwork. Whiteboards smeared with half-erased questions and frantic red marker. Time to learn Netherveil's one true economy. Let's keep it simple. Every challenge has 4 slots. Toss in 1 of 4 dice. More dice equals bigger shot at hitting the sweet success range. Each die, roll 2 custom D4s, add them up, reroll. Wait, example, roll a 1 and a 2, that's a 3. Alright, yeah. And on the far wall, a door stands wide open. Beyond it, chaos. Relentless gunfire, screams from troopers. Inspect the whiteboard, check the desk. Activate your boost. Run towards the gunfire. Balance. Easy peasy. Activate your boost. I don't trust this. Howard blinks. The implant kicks in with the low throb behind his temple. He sweeps the room, scanning every mundane piece of trash, searching for anonymous matter hiding in plain sight. No detection mark appear. The room is clean. Whatever's chewing through the other squads is waiting on the other side of that door. Check the desk. We're back up. Inspect the whiteboards. Okay, we just needed 2. We get a +1 modifier from the badge. Old PID badge. Oh, they only needed freaking 1 success. I just realized that. Howard's flashlight tracks a messy diagram of arrows and erased text under the header. When did they first appear? Where? The Black Star Incident? Foundation? No explanation follows. Another note has been circled 3 times in red mark. Can they return? A corporate sticker is slapped over the corner, handwritten across it. The fact that these things can be killed with human-made bullets makes them just as fragile as we are. It's a comforting thought for a man holding a rifle. No, we're gonna rush. Because I think if every choice matters, then every skill should count for something. At least in my head. So we're gonna rush. Howard burst through the doorway, leading his squad out of the metal corridor and straight into a massive greenhouse of shattered glass and blood-soaked soil. Before he can even sweep the room, his spectral sight goes haywire. Hundreds of green detection boxes multiply and overlap until his vision drowns in target markers. Crimson roses choke the entire greenhouse, their petals curled like fists around pale human faces, sleeping peacefully in the middle of the carnage. Are they actually sleeping? 2 years hunting abstracts for the PID. He's seen things phase through walls, heard screams that liquefy bone, watched creatures bleed light instead of blood. Never this. 2 years of service, a short stretch by any measure, except the PIDs. The division didn't exist before the first abstract appeared. Which makes Howard, by default or by bad luck, the most experienced field agent still standing. Now, watching his sight drown in green ghosts, more than he could ever shoot, let alone understand, a cold thought settles. This might be the last day he holds that title. A scream rips through the air. Howard turns. His spectral sight zooms, reframes, and locks on something much bigger, flying, shredding through a trooper mid-reload. What the hell am I looking at? Moonface, someone yells over the comms. It drops from the ceiling, limbs stretched wide, shielding the roses. Okay. Moonface. Its body crackles with twitching nerves, leaking dark ichor. It's protecting the roses. Leave my roses! A trooper panics and fires. The bullet tears a small hole through his side. It doesn't flinch. Don't touch them, please. I'll do anything. Just don't wake them. They're all that matters. Movement slow. Every breath feels like a decision. Howard raises his rifle, his squad mirroring the motion. One wrong move ends everything. Negotiate. Speak. Negotiate. It speaks. Use that. Beast mode. I shouldn't have used I need a 6. I want to keep the 5 there. Please give me a 3 and a 2. 3 and a 2. 3 and a 2. Let's go. Success. Howard lowers his rifle just an inch, grounding the squad with a voice that refuses to gamble with their lives. Hold your fire. Stand down. Moonface freezes. The thrashing nerve-lined limbs go completely still over the garden. It locks its gaze onto him. It's listening. What happens if they wake up? They forget the stars, the garden, the reason we came. It doesn't get to say anything else. Behind son of a gun. Behind Howard, the roar of the flamethrowers grow louder. Sudden heat licks the back of his neck. Moonface looks past Howard, straight into the advancing glare of the flames. His ruined face shifts into something like grief. No, wait, please don't. They're not ready. Don't hurt them. The flames don't listen. The inferno rolls across the greenhouse, petals blacken. Pale faces writhe inside and screams before collapsing into ash. Moonface screeches, a sound that shatters glass, then sanity. It implodes, spilling thick iridescent black sludge. Kiri, calm, Gamma, evac now. Move your asses. Is she the one who... Son of a gun. Did she come in with the flamethrower? We could have figured out what was happening. Howard, please tell me you're clear. This doesn't feel over. Ash begins to fall as the greenhouse becomes a furnace. Around Howard, troopers scramble for the exit. He turns to follow, then stops. A sudden weight hit his spine, like being watched or remembered. He glances back. His spectral sight detects a single pulse beneath the ash, buried near Moonface's remains. He kneels, brushing the soot away with shaking fingers. A single rose, unscorched. His eyes are still closed. A wet rattle rises from the sludge nearby. Moonface's ruined mouth moves one last time. The stars. Remember. Oh. Tell the stars I remember too. Whisper I'm sorry and take it. Whisper I'm sorry and take it. Howard's fingers close around the stem. He plucks the rose into his breast pocket, careful as aiming a bomb. The anomaly nuzzles against his heartbeat, sighing as a strange warmth blooms across his ribs. He walks away without looking back. Behind him, the greenhouse groans and collapses. Glass still, ash and unanswered questions falls into final darkness. The one you saved. Huh. Three years later. Jazzy Crow Jazz Bar. Howard sits alone at the counter In the Crow Jazz Bar, a refuge for those who's given up trying to keep pace with the city outside. The faint glow of neon signs outside filters through the blinds, painting fractured light onto the bar's worn surface. His whiskey sits untouched, a faint ring of condensation beneath it. His eyes stay fixed on the TV above as it broadcasts the evening news. The newscaster. End suicides across Netherveil. Authorities remain. Numbers continues to climb. The low volume of the television leaves the words muddled, forcing Howard to strain and catch every detail. Move closer to the TV to catch every word. Howard rises, steadies himself, and makes his way past empty tables to the screen. He rests an elbow on the bar, his attention fixed on the broadcast. The community is in uproar, demanding transparency from law enforcement. What is driving this sudden epidemic of suicide? Who will step forward to shed light on these tragedies? Okay. Oh crap. 1 sec. Okay, the bartender stops wiping the glass. I remember her. The bartender stops wiping the glass. She folds her arms and watches the screen for a moment before turning to Howard. The bartender. The woman behind the counter at the Cozy Jazz Bar, immune to Howard's flirting. She's seen worse than him, served worse than whiskey, and walked away from worse offers. And still, she's there the next morning, wiping down the same counter, watching the same city fall apart. What's her request? You pull something alive from the fire. She began with nothing but the heat in your hands. Now it is up to you to define what she becomes. It's been like this for weeks now. Feels like the whole city's falling apart. That's funny. How many? 18 is crazy. How many dice do I have left? Oh, they restocked us. Yay. You hear anything about these suicides? Any rumors going around? The bartender hesitates. He glances around the bar as if checking for eavesdroppers, even though it's practically empty. People are saying it's the abstract, like maybe they're behind it somehow. Howard's gaze doesn't leave his glass, his tone carrying weight. If it's abstract, they're already too late. Yeah, but what the hell are they? Aliens? Something new Genesis cooked up? Doesn't matter, right? They showed up, PID takes them out, and everyone pretends that's enough, but it's not even close. The PID doesn't ask questions. That's not what they're for. You work with the PID. You must have seen things. You really don't know what they are either. Let's just say I've seen enough to stop asking that question. That's what scares me. If the PID doesn't know, what the hell are the rest of us supposed to do? Howard doesn't respond, his eyes fixed on the glass in front of him. The silence between them stretches, heavy and unanswerable. That is so funny. Listen to the silence, let your mind wander. Howard leans forward, his elbows resting on the counter, staring blankly at his glass. The bar noise fades, the hum of the TV dissolving into a background whisper until all that remains is the hollow silence of his thought. And then they start. Virtue. You've been here before, haven't you? Sitting in the quiet, pretending it's peace? It's not. It's avoidance. That is morally correct and acts with good intentions? Howard, my man. You're staring at that whiskey like it's got all the answers. It don't. Trust me, I've tried. Okay. Stop. You say something. Ask her for another drink, something fancy. A cocktail with one of those little umbrellas. That'll cheer you up. Yes, because a man brooding over suicide. Oh, I love this design. Brooding over suicide absolutely scream Mai Tai. Great suggestion. Shut up. He doesn't need this crap right now. The voices clash like storm clouds rumbling in his skull. Shut the fuck up, all of you. A few heads turned, giving him that familiar look. Another guy losing it after too many drinks. Then, as if the universe had been waiting for the right moment, the door to the bar swings open and a figure steps inside. Howard heads left, his eyes narrowing as boots scratched against the floor, loud and deliberate. The sound is sharp enough to cut through the haze in his mind. Now, I do remember he's not a detective anymore, obviously. So, wait. You still have the spectral sight? Is that always on? Okay. Reynolds. Officer Reynolds. Oh, okay. Officer Reynolds. A long-serving police officer and Howard's oldest friend. Reliable, methodical, and one of the few people Howard still trusts without reservation. In a city full of compromised people and shifting loyalties, Reynolds remained a rare constant. Oh, that's nice. Longest friend. All right. His eyes locked with Howard, his expression coiled tight with urgency. Without hesitation, he crosses the room. Shouldn't you be out flashing that badge of yours somewhere? Is he still part of PID? Reynolds pulls out the stool next to him, sitting with a sigh. I've been flashing it all day, chasing leads that goes nowhere. Thought I'd try something smarter. You look worse than I feel. That bad? Yes, say what you want, but you're still the guy people call when they've run out of better options. Take that as a compliment. So he is still part of PID. I mean, I think I know what you're going to say. Oh. Why does this one have a Dyson? You know what? Why me? Don't you have a whole department for this? Reynolds exhales, leaning back slightly in his stool as if debating where to begin. Ordinarily, yeah, but this isn't ordinary. He pauses, glancing at the bartender before leaning in, voice lower. It started small, a few suicides here and there, nothing unusual. But now it's everywhere. Jumpers, overdoses, hangings. And this is police business because... Reynolds reaches into his coat and pulls out a thin folder, tossing it onto the counter between them. The edges are frayed from overuse. NVPD? Netherveil's police department, I'm guessing. So I'm guessing he's not PID. MVPDs had me chasing this suicide spike for months. Months. Autopsies clean. Total blank slate. 0 ties to the drug rings and absolutely 0 goddamn sense to any of it. You know how many bodies I've stood over? They look relieved. Like something let them go, and they don't give that PID and don't give me that PID smirk. I know what you're thinking. Abstracts? Exactly. And if it is abstracts, that's PID territory. You know how it works. They swoop in, take over, and we're left holding our dicks while they hoard the budget and the glory. Hell, half my guys still remember when we worked our own cases. Now we're just cleanups for PID's leftovers. His gaze locks onto Howard. Help me close this before they get their claws in. You ran with the PID. You've seen their mess. I need your eyes on this before it's out my hand. Here we go, detective. This could be the case you've been waiting for. You've been drifting for too long. A case like this could be your way back to the work that mattered, back to being the person you once were. Think about the doors before it could open. Wait, think about the doors it could open. Or the ones it could slam shut. Haven't you learned yet? Every time you touch one of these cases, somebody ends up dead, broken, or missing. Usually you. Tell him to get lost. Big mystery, big detective, big reward. That's how this works, right? I saw it in the movie once. It's not about the dice. It's not about the dice or the reputation. It's about the people. Someone out there needs help, and you have the skills to make a difference. You know what's right. Virtue or foolishness? See, I feel like too much virtue can hurt someone. Could you end up always doing stuff for what you think is a good reason, and you could get lost along the way. But foolishness. Right now, he's about the money. You know what? I'll do it. These deaths, they deserve justice. Smoke, shadows, and body bags. Check your quest log. The hunt starts in 5, 4, 3. Head back to the office to dig in the case files and connect the dots before the trail goes cold. Okay. Pocket trick. Time to talk about the junk in your pockets. What are items? Items bend the rules of skill checks. Some boost you, some sabotage you, and some are just plain weird. They can affect all kinds of roles, either passively or on demand. These lives in your pocket without paying rent. That's the passive items. No, I did not. Okay, passive items stay active until the end of the game. You don't need to click a thing. When relevant skill checks appears, they automatically appear in the upper right panel. Got a perceptive bonus. Congrats. Single use. These are your panic buttons. Use them to stack bonuses on a difficult roll, then kiss them goodbye. So use one, drag it from the left side of the lower right. Drag it from the left side into the lower right item slot before you roll. These rolls affect the. You remember these rolls after the roll fails. New item added. Case files. No refund policy. Sorry. Knew I could count on you. And there's one more thing. Thought you should hear it from me before it gets twisted through the grapevine. DK's father, he's dead. Jumped off the top of a PID research wing 2 months ago. Okay, DK's father. Who is DK? Jumped off. Oh. Okay. 2 months ago. Data Kraken? Oh, DK's data Kraken. Howard's X. For reasons neither of them would explain the same way. And a highly skilled net finder. Expert in ghosting identities, breaching secure systems, and tearing useful truths out of protective networks before Howard even finishes another puff. DK data. Kraken. Okay. Shit. Yeah, don't know if you two still talk, but figured you should know. He adjusts his coat, tugging the collar up as though bracing for an unseen chill. You know where to find me. Don't take too long. The door creaks open, a gust slips in, then shuts with a thud. Howard leans back, eyes on the folder, heavy with the promise of trouble. 4 dice and an X. Oh, this is the XP. Okay. Oh, this is different dice. Catastrophe dice. -6 to fun. This isn't. Wait. Your luck isn't a point. The point is that 3 streets over, a pipe dispersed. -6 to the final result. Bureaucratic dice. Oh boy. Okay. The city's silence offers no applause, but it knows you've earned this. What the hell did I just agree to? Let's see if Netherveil is still worth saving. Spoiler alert, it's probably not. It is. Howard grabs the folder, nods to the bartender, and then steps out into the rain. The city greets him like it always does, cold, wet, and sick of his face.